You like money, I like money, we all like money. There is absolutely nothing wrong with money. However, there are things that we do that could make us poor. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about some things that you are probably doing that is keeping you in a poverty state. Hello everybody, this is Dr. Sa. I'm coming to your way again. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said, I want to talk to you about some things that you're probably doing that could be making you poor. My goal in this video is not to, make you greedy when it comes to money. And there's nothing wrong with being greedy with money, so far as you have limitations to it, so far as, you also have some level of content when it comes to money, all right? But that's not what this video is about. I want to talk to you about some things that you're probably doing unconsciously or unaware or ignorantly that could be making you poor. Now, when it comes to money, it's all about mindset, okay? So I want you to see money as a good thing. There is no way you're going to get money or to be able to have enough when it comes to money if you see money as a bad thing. So your mindset when it comes to money matter. If you see something as bad, if you see something as evil, do you want it to yourself? No. So from now onwards, start seeing money as a good thing. I believe 100% money is a good thing. I want money because it's a good thing. Money is just a tool that we all use to be able to afford the life that we want to live. For instance, the video camera that I'm using is a tool that I have. I can choose to use the camera to record good things, or I can choose to use it to record bad things. That does not make this video camera a bad thing, all right? But how I choose to use this camera as a tool will make it either a good or a bad thing. So this adds to the point that money is not a bad thing. It's just a tool. What you use it for will determine if money is a good thing to you or it's a bad thing to you. I believe we've all heard experiences or stories of people that had money and money destroyed them. Though money is a good thing, it destroyed their life. It ruined their life. On the other hand, we've also had stories, amazing stories, of people that never had and they had money and they were able to do great things and were able to have great impact on humanity. So is money bad? No, it's not. Obviously not. It all depends on what you do with money. So from now onwards, I want you to see money as a good thing, as a positive thing. So if you are thinking of money, if you see money as bad thing, or if you see people that have money, wealthy people, as evil people, I want you to change that mindset. Because if you want to have money, then eventually one day you're also going to get into a place of wealth. You're also going to be seen as a wealthy person. Do you want people to see you as an evil person? Do you want to be classified as an evil person just because you have money? No. So your mindset when it comes to money matter. Like we always say, you reap what you sow. So if you see money as a good thing, then good things will come to you. So mindset matters. The other thing when it comes to money is your comfort zone. You're probably comfortable in the same place, in the same job, in being in the same situation. And that is why you have not pushed yourself enough to do something different, to try other things. When it comes to money, you have to welcome doing things that are not comfortable. And these things will shift you from your comfort zone. So if you want to have money, then be ready to welcome things that will make you uncomfortable, things that will probably give you a sleepless night. And I don't mean be stressed about it. I don't mean, you should allow it to affect you mentally. That's not what I mean. What I mean is there are going to be some situations that you end up probably being into that would make you uncomfortable. Why? Because you are not used to that environment. You're not used to that state of being. And that is what it means to be able to have money. You have to take certain steps that you're going to be uncomfortable with. You have to talk to certain people that you are not used to. You're probably intimidated with. And that is okay. But don't let that stop you from trying other things. Don't let that stop you from taking the necessary steps that you need to take. So when it comes to money, be ready to shift from your comfort zone to being in a state that will probably make you uncomfortable. In that process, you'll be able to realize your full potential. You'll be able to realize who you truly are. If you're in the same place, how are you going to change? How are you going to be able to grow from level 1 to level 2? That can never happen. If you keep eating the same meal every day, you're probably going to limit yourself from exploring other meals that are out there that could also be equally delicious or even much more delicious than the one that you currently haven't. So what am I saying? Explore. Be ready to explore. Be ready to try things on the other spectrum. And that is okay if you're uncomfortable with it. The next thing that you're probably also not looking at is building value into yourself. How valuable are you? Will someone be interested in spending their money to get something in exchange? So look into building value into yourself. You can gain value from acquiring some skills, from getting some new knowledge, or from getting some experience. From the skills, the knowledge, and experience you have, you'll be able to trade it for money. But if you have no skills, if you have no experience, if you have no knowledge about any subject area, how would you be able to help another person solve a problem that in turn you can be compensated with money? So look into building value into yourself. And this may require maybe getting some education. This may require maybe completing some certification courses. This may require getting some licenses or getting some type of work that will give you some experience that by so doing, you'll be able to trade that for money. So build value into yourself. Pay attention to your environment. What are the needs around you? What are the things, the opportunities that people around you are looking for? And be the solution to the problems around you. Pay attention to your environment. If you realize that there is a need for this particular service, there is a need for this particular product in my area, why don't you become the person that provides the solution for that? But that can only happen when and after you have built some skills, you've gained some experience, you've acquired some education, some knowledge in that particular area. When you're able to provide the solution or the product to meet the needs around you, there's no way that you're not going to be compensated for money. So think of how to build value into yourself. Now, there is a way that money works. If you don't understand how money works, then you're always going to struggle with money. You're always going to have luck when it comes to money, all right? There is absolutely nothing wrong with spending money. Absolutely nothing wrong with spending money. As a matter of fact, if you want to have money, spend money. But the key to this is, what do you spend your money on? Do you spend your money on things that brings liabilities to you, or you spend your money on things that will bring rewards, returns, or will increase your return on your investment? So look at opportunities, how you can spend your money, spending your money on assets, spending your money on things that will be able to yield positive financial gains, incremental financial gains back to yourself. If you're spending your money on things that are always sucking up your cash, sucking up your capital, and there is no return, then definitely you're not going to have enough. It's only a matter of time that you're going to run out of funds. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with spending money. But what do you spend your money on? Do you spend your money on credit cards that ends up with debts that you probably will not be able to pay back? Or you spend your money on acquiring assets that will yield returns back to you? And in some cases, there is nothing wrong if even you need to use credit card to invest. And what I mean, investing into an asset. An asset is something that will yield money back to you. If you have to borrow money to be able to invest into something that will bring you more money in return, that is a good initiative. That is a good cause. And that's what I mean by spending money on things that will give you great return on what you've spent already. So you need to understand how money works. If you do not understand how money works, you're definitely going to spend your money on the wrong things. Fortunately and unfortunately for me, I didn't learn this earlier on in my life. So there are so many financial decisions that I made that when I'm to look at those financial decisions today, I say, what a reckless decisions I was making. What a reckless life that I was making. I was living with money. So I want you to think of how you spend money. Spend your money on assets. Spend your money on investments. Spend your money on things that will give you returns back. Don't spend money on things that will give you debts. Don't spend your money on liabilities. Liabilities are things that keeps taking money from you. So let's say you went for a $500 credit card and you could invest it into, starting a website for your business. But instead you used it to buy the first, the newest brand new sneakers in town, or, there's nothing wrong with buying all those things. However, you just spent your $500 on something that is not going to give you any return back. So you lost that money. It went and there's nothing in return for you. So I need you to think, what do I spend my money on? Do I spend my money on things that sucks up money from me and I don't get anything in return? If you're indeed spending money on liabilities or things that takes money away from you and do not give you any financial returns, then definitely, my friend, you are going to continue to be poor. So you have to look at how you spend your money. Also look at your needs and your want. Differentiate between your needs and your want. What I mean, needs are things that they need to be tackled, they need to be addressed, they need to be handled. If these things are not handled, there's going to be repercussions, there's going to be consequences or detrimental consequences on yourself or your loved ones or those that are around you. Those are needs, things that you can't do without. For instance, your mortgage or your rent. You need a shelter over your head. If you don't pay your rent or your mortgage, you're going to be homeless. How can you be wealthy when you don't have a place to live? For instance, water bills, utilities. These are things that you're definitely going to need. Another one could be your phone bill. You know that in order for you to be able to make money, you need to be able to communicate. So your phone bill needs to be paid. So if you have your phone bill that needs to be paid and you have a pair of shoes that needs to be bought and you really like these shoes, which of these two options are you going to pick first? Which one will be the first option? I'll leave it up to you to decide. So I need you to differentiate between your needs and your want. The wants are things that you can do without. It's okay if you don't have it. Nothing bad will happen. You may not be happy for a moment, but it's not going to have any bad impact or bad effect on your life overall. So you can definitely, put those things on hold for the time being, or not spend your money on those wants for now, whilst you focus on the needs. Time management plays a key role when it comes to making money. Like we always say, time is money. Whatever you spend your time on, you need to pay attention to that. Are you spending your time and your energy on things that would yield money to you, or you spending your time and your energy on things that takes money away from you? Time management. There are most of us that we spend our time on the wrong things. We major in the minor things and we minor in the major things. You know you need to start a business. However, you're spending your time by playing video games all day. How is playing video games all day going to contribute to you starting that business? How is that going to happen? It's never going to happen. You need to be able to go to that conference, to be able to network, or to be able to, get that knowledge, or to be able to get that education. However, if you're spending all of your day watching videos on social media, if you're spending all of your time in, browsing through social media aimlessly, definitely you are using your time for the wrong things, and eventually the use of your time, or the wrong use of your time, is not going to amount or will not help you to accomplish your financial goals. So how do you use your time? Time is money. Time is currency. So I need you to think about it. When you wake up in the day, what are the things you spend your time on? If there are some things that you realize, hey, I'm spending hours and hours or hours upon hours on these things during my day, and these things has absolutely no impact on my life, no impact on my finances, and these are the financial goals that I have, then it might be time for you to restructure things around. Be accountable to yourself. Be disciplined with yourself. If you're not disciplined, then you're going to continue to spend your precious daily time on things that do not matter. You're going to spend your time on things that will continue to take your attention and your energy on things that will not bring money to you. So time management plays a key role when it comes to money. If you're watching this video, you probably need help when it comes to money, right? It's definitely a risk to live on one source of income and expect to have abundance when it comes to money. That does not happen. You can talk to all the successful people that you know of. You can read their story. You can watch their journey. And I can promise you that they had to diversify at some point in their life because there are uncertainties. Things can happen. What if the job that you currently have, what if, God forbid, something happened, that company is shut down. Something happens and you get fired. Something happens and they lay you off. What happens, something happened and you're not feeling well and you can't go to work for a couple weeks or 2 or 3 weeks. Then that is going to impact your financial strength. So it's definitely not healthy to rely on just one source of income. Think of other ways that you'll be able to earn money. Yes, you have a 9-to-5 job right now, which is great, which is doing well. You're making enough money. But also, I want you to challenge you to think outside of the box. What else could I be doing that could serve as a supplement, that could serve as a backup? An example, you have a 9-to-5 job. You may have some side businesses doing hair. Maybe you may be good at doing hair. You may be good at fixing cars. You may be good at softwares. You may be good at doing and editing videos or taking videos. You may be good at mowing lawns. In today's day and age, there are multiple side hustles that you can find. Most of this will not even require you leaving the comfort of your home. You can just be in the comfort of your home and be earning money. So I want you to look at how you can earn money beside your primary source of income, that should anything happen, you have something to fall back on. And I'm not trying to create some fear or to, raise some anxiety into you. That's not what it is. But you also agree with me that we live in an uncertain world. Things are not stable. Anything can happen. We can wake up the next day and what we thought we had is no longer there. We woke up one day and we were hit with a pandemic, and we have to deal with it for 2 years. And there's some places that are still dealing with it, though there have been much improvement. All right. So I need you to think of how you'd be able to, have multiple streams of income. Now, to me, this is going to be the most valuable point that I'm going to share with you. To learn how to pay yourself first. For most of us, we've been taught and raised that when you make money, when you get paid, pay the bills, pay the utilities, pay everyone else, then whatever that is left, that is for you. That is actually a poor way of managing your finances. Why? Because you end up paying everybody but yourself. So let's say you make $2,000 a month, for instance, you end up spending $1,900 on paying bills, utilities, and all your bills. You only have $100 to yourself. How do you think you're going to be able to have enough? That is never going to happen. You're always going to struggle with money. All right. But then I want you to look at paying yourself first. So before you pay the utilities, before you pay the mortgage, before you pay all the car notes, you pay all the bills that you have, how much do you think you need to allot to yourself when you get paid? That you'll be able to use that money that you keep for yourself towards the projects, towards the investment, towards the opportunities that you want to explore. You want to start a side hustle. You want to, start doing something on the side, which will require some level of capital or some money to be able to start. Now, if you're not paying yourself, where's that money going to come from? You're always going to struggle with money. So I need you to start thinking of paying yourself first. You get paid every 2 weeks. Before you start paying those bills, take some money down for yourself. Whatever that is left, use it to pay the bills. Use it to pay the expenses that you have. But if you realize that after paying yourself, you don't have enough to cover the expenses or the bills, then it may be time for you to also consider getting some side hustle, or maybe, earn more, get a promotion. Getting a promotion is a way to definitely increase your income level. To start looking at, different ways that you'll be able to, earn more money. So you'll be able to pay yourself and also be able to afford the expenses or pay the bills that you have. It's very, very important to pay yourself first when you get paid. If you don't pay yourself first, then you'll be the one who is always getting the crumbs, who get the crumbs after everybody get a huge chunk of the pie. So don't put yourself at the bottom. Put yourself at the top. The money that you put on the side for yourself as a pay to yourself, use that money towards the investment, use that money towards the opportunities or the business or the assets that you want to acquire. With that, you definitely be able to raise some capital that you can use towards your next initiatives.